Hey friends, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday. I hope you are having a wonderful week and that you have wonderful plans for the weekend. Today is a marketplace journal day, meaning that these journals were consigned to my shop. Two lovely ladies, Margarita and Beatrice. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, those names might sound familiar. In fact, Beatrice just had several journals listed. It was either earlier this week or last week. So she is a prolific journal maker, and I'm excited to share a couple more. But we're going to start with two fun journals by Margarita. If you are interested in joining the Nevermore Creations Marketplace family and create journals to sell on here, I hope you will join my Facebook group. You can find that group in the description box below. And if you go to the announcements sections, it'll give you all of the info on that. And then, of course, you can message me or email me if you have any questions. I hope also, if you're new, you'll take a second to subscribe and to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let's get right into this journal. This says The Bee Garden, and it is from Margarita. I love the colors. They're summery and they're fun. This looks to be, I don't know if it is a flow journal or if it is just, what do you call it when you can take the signatures out and put them back in? Anyway, what it's actually called doesn't really matter, but there are ribbons for the binding. Oh, look at this bee charm. Look, bees and pineapples. How cute. So cute. In the back says The Beekeeper's Journal. All right, well, let's take a look on the inside here. Oh, this signature is tied closed. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Okay. The Bee Garden. Sweet Summertime, Luscious Lemons, Pink and Yellow Beads, Canadian Wildflower Cards, Fruit Ads, and other papers. So this is a challenge journal from what I can tell. And it does, no, it is stitched. Okay, let me look at the middle of the signature. We'll figure this out. So it is pamphlet stitched and then slipped into the ribbon. So you could slip the insert out, work in it, and then store it in the cover if you wanted to. So let's take a peek-see here. These beautiful colors. Stenciling. Oh, what a cute page. Really cute. Little ephemera page. This is the fruit ads that I have on my shop, on my website. Some green and blue dyed papers. Once Upon a Summertime. These are my Sweet Summertime papers. And there is a little fly there. Cute. Have some vellum for added texture and difference there. Love vellum. Always forget to, I have some somewhere. I always forget to find it and to use it. There are bees and pineapples on here. So, okay. Well, let's untie it. And then we'll go from there. So there's a little, kind of a journal within a journal here. That's cute. Journal with its own little cover that ties, but it's a part of the bigger journal. I like that. That is cute. So you got your own little journal there, and then back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yeah. I love this green paper. Blue lined paper. Really love the addition to that. I just found some at our Amazon bargain bins that we have locally. I haven't used it yet. I think the sheets are bigger and I'm going to have to cut them down, which is part of the reason I haven't used it yet. The other part of the reason is I tend to hoard things for a while before I use them up. So lots of bees, lots of beautiful lemons. So this is the Pink and Yellow Bees. This is Sweet Summertime. You can find them all on my website. Also, if you have the Ultimate Lifetime Collection, all of those digitals will be in there. I love the pairing of the colors she has here with the blues, the greens, and the yellows, and then pops of pink. It works really well. Makes it feel summery and fun. And that is number 1. This is the Bee Garden. My favorite part, well, I have 2 favorite parts about this. I don't know which one I like better. One is the bee and pineapple charm on the spine. And what I adore about it is that she's used multiple bees and multiple pineapples. It just feels so fun. And the other one is those dyed papers she has in there. Oh, love them. Okay, so the next one from Margarita is this one. Again, can't you see the sweet little bees? And we have a pocket. Looks like, whoops, some tags there. The spine, the back. Looks like seam binding closure. The pom-poms are an adorable touch around the edge. And this is called Busy Bees. It's another challenge journal. And this has elastic that and then this is stitched, pamphlet stitch. And then it is a nice thick, if you love the thick feel, you can feel the crunchy paper and it's nice and thick, then these are the journals for you. Look at the dyed papers. You can tell I'm loving that about her journals this time. So if you're wondering, what are you talking about challenge journals? Like you've just popped over to the channel to see these journals and get some inspiration and you don't know what I'm talking about. I host challenges for my marketplace artists. Anybody can become a marketplace artist if they follow the guidelines. Like I said, the guidelines are on my Facebook group, which pretty much the guidelines just say how many pages, what the quality needs to be, all of that. The inspiration totally comes from you. But I host challenges where I also design digitals. Like this is a paper pack I designed called Luscious Lemons. And like the pink and yellow bees, I design digitals. This one as well, Canadian Wildflower script. And part of I don't have a typical design team. If you've watched these type of videos and people talk about design teams and have people create with their digitals, I don't really do it that way. I actually sell your work. So I will say, use these digitals and I'll give you ones to choose from. And then if you do, then you will get additional commission, an extra 10% in commission when I sell your work. All of that's laid out on my Facebook group. But if you were wondering, the challenge for this challenge, group 3 challenge for 2021, was the pink and yellow bees, the luscious lemons, and so on and so forth. So that's what I mean by that. Beatrice, she also sent big journals this time, 3 of them. We're going to start with this one. 2 signatures. This is a 10 3/4 by 7.5. So it is huge. And, okay, figure out the closure. You guys know me in closures. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. All right, which way does this open? It looks like a trifold, but I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I think I have it right. First, let's just appreciate that cluster of buttons there. They look like they were just thrown on, but they're so perfect. Love them. Hand stitching around the edges here. Lace. Different types of upholstery fabrics and trims. Trifold, so we open this way. Hand stitched pocket, and then this looks like a little embroidery piece, and there's oh, a nice big journal card. A lot of times I don't see big enough journal cards often, and I really like that. There might be something else in there. Nope. Okay. I don't think so anyway. All right. And then we open up here. Hand stitching. Little journal card. Okay. Let's get this in frame the best we can to flip through it. I called Beatrice in the last video where I showed her journals the Queen of Grunge. I really feel like that is the case with her journals. She knows how to make everything look effortlessly weathered and aged. So beautiful what she does, and her combination of pages and dyed papers. This one has a real junk journal feel with floral pops, rusty paper clips. You have like junk mail envelopes. You have varieties of different book pages of different themes, and then you have gorgeous floral pops. of these. I'm pretty sure these are vintage. They look like the annuals book that I was using in a video, or in several videos that I did earlier this year. Look at, there's even, I just love what you do. Like, it looks like you don't throw away anything. Look at the packing tape on this paper thing. Like, I need to save more papers. You inspired me. My word. Look at this. This is an envelope. I think packaging. I'm always throwing away packaging. Look at that. Just little cross stitchings, hand stitchings. It is a true work of art. I know one of you, you're going to scarf it up. Hopefully you're not fighting over it. It's first come, first served. So beautiful. Just look at the little butterflies. I was watching a video by Tracy Fox yesterday. She was stamping with some of the Tim Holtz butterflies and some labels and other things. It was really inspiring. I enjoyed it. But the butterflies made me think of that. Normally, if I'm watching someone create, I tend to go to Gail's channel. I don't spend a ton of time watching other, or let's see, if I don't have a ton of time that I spend watching other YouTubers. There's several that I do watch, but often I'm going to Gail's channel, or honestly, Jennifer McGuire Inc. I know she doesn't do junk journals. She does more card making. But I love her tips and tricks. They help me out a lot. But I decided to watch a Tracy Fox video yesterday, and I was not disappointed. I really enjoyed that, and I know probably all of you love and adore her, rightfully so. But if you haven't checked out her channel, do. Look at this Boho Journal. I'm sure you're all gasping in awe and wonder right now, because we love Boho on this channel. Look at that, and look at this. You all. Whoo! And it's one of my vintage bohemian ladies. Isn't she gorgeous? This is cut from Boho Beauty. If you want these illustrations, they're in Vintage Image Club under Vintage Bohemian Ladies. So if you own Vintage Image Club, then that's where you would find them. If you have Ultimate Lifetime Collection, you can find it there as well. And if you are wanting the completed club, but you can't afford Ultimate Lifetime, send me a message and I'll give you a good deal on just getting the completed club. But with the butterflies and everything down here, this is from my paper pack, Boho Beauty. Love that. Green boho. Oh yes, it is beautiful. All right, are we in frame for this? There's beads and ribbons and lace and flowers. Could not have a better combination. Look at that texture. Texture can really be everything in a junk journal, and finding the balance of texture that doesn't add a lot of bulk, like this type of fabric, okay? It's super sheer, and then this almost feels like a velvet or a velour. It adds very, very little bulk to your journal, but it adds a ton of texture. These like little rhinestone trims, very little bulk, a ton of texture. Glitter paper, same way. So always keep your eye out for ways to add texture like this applique piece. Tons of texture, little bulk. And it doesn't mean you can never add bulk, but when I started out creating journals, I would glue big old thick buttons on pages and big old thick, and I'm not saying that's wrong or you can't do it, but what happens is it doesn't lay very well, and then you have a hard time writing over it. Now this, look, it's a paper clip. It's removable. You can put it anywhere you want, but I would glue this big old thing right there, and then it's hard to write over it or close it. So think about if you have a big, beautiful piece, think about like what she did, turning it into an altered paper clip that can be moved around as you're writing, used in a corner, right? It just helps with the usability of a journal. And so yeah, like when I was starting off, it was just glue the big old chunky things everywhere. And now I try to think about why I'm placing things, where I'm placing them. Another great way to add texture without bulk is an embossing folder. And you can see here how she used it on this envelope. It adds a ton of bulk, a ton of bulk. No, Lindsay. A ton of texture without the bulk. And it can be really economical. It might be a little bit of an investment to start up, but then you can kind of add your embossing folders to your collection and use them time and time and time and time and time again. I once watched a video, I don't remember who, it might have been Justine Hovey, it might have been her or someone similar to her, that was talking about when you are adding items to your crafty stash to think about how many times you're going to use an item and to be okay with purchasing something that maybe had a little higher price tag if you used it. Maybe it could have been Jennifer McGuire ink too. I don't remember. But if you know you're going to be using it all the time, then you think about breaking it down price per use. So if you're buying an embossing folder, let's just round it up. I mean, I know you can get them for under $5, but some of them are going to be more than $5. Let's just say $5. And you use it once, well, that's $5 for that one use. But if you use it 100 times, then it's what, 5 cents a use or something like that if you use it 1,000 times. Anyway, so that's one good way to look at it. And that's when I try to buy things for my supplies. I try to think about how often I'm going to use it, and I need to do that even more. So we have one journal left from Beatrice. It is a Boho Journal again. I hope you're holding your breath, holding it, because you are going to need a huge release when you see this. Just keep holding it and breathe. Or maybe you stopped breathing. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Oh my goodness. It is beaded, and look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Not one, but two beautiful cover pieces to look at. This is brown boho. So we're still in the boho family, but we're just changing the color scheme a little bit here. Isn't it lovely? We have vintage wallpaper, lots of grunge. Look, more embossing. So she used that same folder on this envelope. And honestly, an embossing folder like this, that's all this beautiful floral design, you could literally use that in every single journal you created pretty much. Here it is again. Just start running papers through with it, you know, even if you only had 3 or 4 different embossing folders, but they were ones you could use all the time. When I purchase, you know, like if I'm purchasing embossing folders now, I might be like, oh, cute, it's a pineapple. But am I going to use a pineapple in a lot of journals? I mean, I still might, because it's fruit, it's nature, okay. But if it's a bouquet, for me, I make a ton of floral and a ton of nature. And even when I do any other theme, I throw in floral and or nature. So if it's lacy, or also kind of like the vintage lacy boho. So if it's a mandala or lace, or if it's something like this or floral, I could use it over and over and over and over again. So I hope that is some great tips and tricks for all of you. And I hope you are crazy inspired, just like I am. I have a project to go finish that's on my desk, and I have a little bit of extra inspiration now. So thank you, Margarita and Beatrice. I hope all of you just really enjoyed this time that we spent together, getting a little bit of inspiration for the day. Don't forget to check out all my links in the description box below, and I'll see all of you soon with another video full of inspiration.